Thanks for watching this new video of mine, Kelvin as Stupendous Man. There's a quarter for reference, and I showed the Copic multi-liner 0.03 black pen that I'll be using. So I'm starting off with Kelvin's nose. I usually start with facial features and work out from there. So in this case, I put his nose and then worked out with the mask. There's his hand going into place. And I'll give updates here. Sorry for the dead air. There I'm starting to work on the cape that's tied around underneath his chin. And I'm just kind of looking at base points or reference points to add on these new features. So, you know, as far as the hand there going and the mouth, I had to get the outline there first, and then the teeth. And I'm kind of trying to decide which direction to go. So I decided, well, I will go with the head, which is covered up with his hood, I guess, or a mask. So I put that in. And you'll see in the upper left-hand corner, that's my cap to my marker. The paper was starting to move on me a little bit, so I had to pin that down. There I'm adding his eyes, trying to hold the pen as light as possible. And then I'm adding on his fingers from the other hand and trying to have them come down about the same distance for the elbow, so it kind of lines up with the other one there. Again, thanks for watching the video. If you haven't subscribed, please do so, and please share with other people. I'd appreciate it. So now I'm starting to work on his shirt, adding the stripes or lines on his shirt. And getting the outline of Kelvin's body. There's the cape starting on the back. There's the lines or stripes on his shirt. And there's his lower body. There's not much to Kelvin's lower body. It's not too long until you run into his shoes, it seems. So that's what I'm adding there, is his shoes and his other one shoe and then the other. And then adding the bottom of the cape and a couple of the detail lines. And at this point, I've got the quarter there for reference again, just to show the size or the scale of Kelvin as Stupendous Man. So he'd pretty much fit in the face on a quarter. So if you have a quarter in your pocket, or next time you see one, take it out, and it helps to realize the actual size. So here I grabbed my Copic sketch marker. I've shared before that that's a two-sided marker. It's got more of a fine point, or like a paintbrush tip. That's what I'm using here. And it's got the other side is a broad chisel point. I don't really use that on my micro drawings. There's the quarter for reference again. I put that in there to show how big it is. Also, it buys me a little time while I'm looking for a color. And I got the skin tone kit. Someone had suggested that, and I just got that in the UPS today. So I tried out one of the new skin tone colors. And I struggled at this point. I don't really have a Copic sketch marker that's I guess I'd call it the fuchsia pink that Stupendous Man's cape is. So I ended up going with the pink I had. And so forgive me for that difference in detail. Again, with the Copic sketch marker, fine tip. And I'm working up to that black line. I'm trying not to go over the black line to let the marker bleed into the paper at all. And I'm nearing completion here. Just need to get the shoes. So I'm grabbing that brown, putting a little touch of brown there, and that's about it. Flipping it over right side up now to put on today's date, June 10th of 2020. And my initials, and there's Kelvin. Please subscribe and please share with others. Thanks for watching.